different. Something we've not done before. It's super exciting.
She has some exciting new
got
stuff
hair
we'll show
install.
at the end of this breakdown that literally wouldn't have been possible before the cameo system.
Let's take a look at the Queen.
All right, so let's start with some
She
of the
did have that thing in the trailer where she pointed and Motaro walked forward.
And
they paired her with Sareena. Sareena cameo.
Oh my god!
And then the use
that sweep range.
Regal.
That forward 4 is back.
Let's see what the down 2's like.
Yep.
MK9.
Imagine someone with
oh, she's got one of those. Yeah, she's got one of those jump kicks that kind of does the splits and hits both sides.
First is forward 4.
Hello.
Kind of takes out
forward
of the
4 is
page
back.
Yep.
Of the last game.
That was so good in MK11.
Mid-range tool you want to get in.
Not as much range though.
And that's a mid, right?
Yes.
You turn down a bit just so I can hear you better over it as well.
Really neat new follow-up.
Sure.
She jumps into the air.
Ooh, so wait, her forward 4 turns into a launcher in this game?
How far she
that jump kick is going to be a pain.
And actually land right in front of them. Far version.
That is sick. Wait, you can change the space?
Go in for a throw.
Maybe it is a special
that throw animation was sick.
Thank you. Go for this cool.
Oh, that throw was sick. What is that?
Or one of her block strings. Another normals is back 2.
Yeah, back 2 from MK9.
You can combo into it, or you can do back 2 by itself and actually be airborne.
And there's an overhead follow-up, but she can stay in the air.
We'll
I wonder what the hit animation of that back 2 is if they're in the air already.
Oh, there it is, the scream.
It's still one of her best combo starters.
Meterless stun.
Wait.
They can't hear anything for a while. She's going to get a free hit. You can kind of do it at mid-range.
Is there a free hit?
You caught them sleeping,
yeah, it's
not
a stun,
blocking.
isn't it?
Like I said, it's great to hit confirm.
Yep. It's a combo tool. It's a combo tool.
All the time.
So I'm thinking ending combos in it.
Which are always one of the most important
Yeah, but you could do a long juggle and end in that, and you've got a restand.
She has high hairball.
Alright, so it's the first time she's ever used her hair. Low projectile.
But
Yes,
low is very reactable because
hairball.
she's got that
And
animation.
Air hairball.
Oh,
New
the
to
air
this
one's
game,
fast.
It's a straight, very quick fireball. It is not the downward arc it has previously done. You can do it really low to the ground and it's quick, and I think it's pretty effective.
Instant airable, I'm sure. Yeah, instant air.
Yep. Yep.
Her EX versions have some interesting properties. So.
Oh, a lot more training mode options on screen there.
Oops. The straight one will actually eat up fireballs.
Okay,
So if you use a
cool.
bar mirror or zoning war, you'll actually beat out their projectile.
Yeah, Liu Kang's fireball does the same
the low
thing.
ones are really neat. So she adds that little hair whip at the beginning, and up close, actually a hit that will them up. Which means in the corner.
Oh, you can combo
cool
it.
Stuff.
You can definitely combo it in the corner.
Ah, you are totally going to be able to do that.
Get a combo. Oh my gosh.
Oh, there it is.
Maybe I don't still have it.
I think you do.
Thank you. So it kind of, it's neat. It turns this zoning tool up close into an actual offensive.
It's a way to turn something into a combo without having to use cameo, and you can keep your screen too.
You can also use that with
into
your
cameo,
mix-ups, which
into
gets
button,
next
end it in
tool,
scream.
Her cartwheel, the overhead, straight from MK9. If you EX it, it has armor. It's really
so that's an overhead strike with a long
attack.
knockdown and armor on EX. But it is overhead.
You can mix it up with
Ending combos into that into some sort of like setup, I think.
A really fun
so what is that low normal she did? Is that normal?
Down
is that...
3?
Oh my god.
You really have to be paying attention to one of the moves.
I wonder if you can even whip punish those pokes. Probably not.
Overhead.
Exactly.
They look different, but you have to. You can't be on autopilot.
Right. And then lastly, she has the classic.
Hey, there it is.
She can float
What
in the
does she
air,
get from it?
And drop straight down. So, like for example, you're trying to zone. We can use standing low fireballs to go under your hairball.
You activate it from the air. You know her back two stuff says it puts for airborne.
But that was very MK9, wasn't it? Back two into flight.
Yeah. You'll do back two into flight, I think, and then combo from it.
Yeah, back two is like kind of like uppercut, like Shoryuken looking thing. That's just a normal.
Back two.
Yeah, there it is.
The airborne go under flight, and if you EX it, it's actually significantly faster.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Now let's talk about how this can play.
That jump kick is going to be so annoying.
She's going to be quite fiddly, I think, with her buttons, but...
Oops,
oh, Sareena! We're going to see Sareena.
I have chosen Sareena, who we got a little taste of in the last trailer, but now we're actually going to show her moves. So her first attack is the blade. It's a
Her having a lightning fast projectile
cooldown.
is just straight up
Pretty quick.
Armageddon.
Yep.
Look
She
at the
also has
speed.
Kia's blades. She goes full demon,
Ooh.
throws multiple,
And
hits
it
her
combos
back,
too.
and this actually leads into combos. So
That's
you
like
can do
mournful
stuff.
boomerang.
Ah,
That's sick. That's sick.
It's fun.
And she can really get up in the air.
Yes.
In a lot of
Yeah,
ways.
In a
I
lot
mean,
of
yeah.
ways. She also has her demon up kick. which is a
Oh,
great
so
way
she's
to
gonna have 4
attack
moves again because she's got the portal.
really
Yeah,
quick.
so she's a
Yep.
4
Also
character
uses an
or 4 move
anti-air.
cameo.
And then
Really
lastly,
fun.
she has a 4th move. Every cameo has at least 3, and some might have more. So she's one of those. Jakata's curse.
Oh, so her
Oh.
moves are like named after
And-
all of
While
The
the
assassin.
opponent
Assassins.
is standing in it,
They lose
Let's set
meter.
it
We've
to
seen that. They'll lose
default.
meter standing in it, but they lose
yeah.
it fast.
Keep an eye down here.
Liu Kang's meter is
Yep.
being drained. Pretty quick.
Yeah,
you can
pretty
see.
fast.
Yeah. Now this is an ambush move, which means you can do it while Sindel's doing other actions.
Ooh.
So for
Yeah.
example,
Yeah.
while you have a combo going, you can summon her.
Oh, there's a lot of setups there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can imagine you can use that in the corner.
Basically,
you can
end
use
end
the combo,
end
have
any
her coming
combo
out,
in any form of
drain
splat
your
and
meter,
summon
stuff like
that,
She
and
can
they're
give
just
you
gonna be
nasty
getting
stuff
off the
like
ground
drain
with
your
no
meter
bar.
so you can't break a
Or
combo,
lower bar at the
and
very
then lose
least.
Your combo.
Or use a
She's not
stun.
gonna like breakers.
Use
very
Sindel's stun or
She does
something just to
not,
guarantee
because
they might not be able to break. Anti-break situations,
maybe get into
Jake.
that a little
Yeah.
bit more.
Hit them with something into stun.
So,
Take
let's
their
go
meter
back to
before they
what
can
we
break.
said earlier.
Well, you're playing
Sindel
someone like
has a couple of
Sub-Zero.
moves using the cameo system.
Oh, hang on. Oh, hold
So,
your thought.
you know, Sindel in the lore, she's the queen. She has this commanding.
She did a
presence.
point
She
in the
has,
trailer
you know,
we
what the
didn't
kids
know.
would say is Riz.
Oh, they would say that.
We didn't know what she did with it.
Thank you. And, you know, she could use that to actually command her cameo and maybe more. So let's start with
Okay.
this buff move. Once you activate it, while it's active, cooldown, it will be significantly faster for your cameo.
What?
See, normally, this move's already free.
What?
Once she has this active, it's even quicker. And Sareena, she is recovering so fast her cooldown.
Excuse me?
She could basically do that like almost indefinitely.
Oh,
Normally,
Kano knife.
kind
He's
of a
about to come in and
limited
just
save into
throw
something that you can just
the
use
kitchen
almost
sink.
like any other special move. Or some of the other ones like
Homing
Kia's
missile.
blades.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh my
Stun,
god.
Homing
Put
missile.
her with
Significantly
Motaro.
faster if she has that active.
Now she's giving herself up there.
Correct.
Goro's about to do a stomp, and then by the time it's finished
But
hitting you,
once
she'll
get
do it
going,
again.
Her cameo use is
Oh,
substantially
no.
better. There's also an EX version with a really interesting twist. When she EX it, she's now commanding the opponent's cameo. And
No.
if the opponent tries to break,
Wait, what?
No.
No.
they will be stunned.
No!
Set
What?
instead.
What?
So let's show that again. I have the move active.
No.
Opponent goes for a breaker. You can see Sonya actually is like, gets the little head and, you know, oh my god, I'm confused.
No
Your
way.
breaker is not just disabled.
That is so
Once you get that stun, they
broken.
popped up
That
and
is
Sindel gets
cheap.
a full reset.
Well, you were saying anti-breaker. Now you
No
want them to break.
Breakers allowed.
Couple ways to avoid them. Seems
Yes.
like for her.
There's also
What?
another really interesting move I'd like to show.
They're not finished?
So for
Sindel.
this one,
We're getting a look at the training settings too, so. Oh no.
Sindel can take control of an opponent's cameo and stun them. So for example, I will call it out. And Sonya's actually did it.
What?
If Sindel is in the middle
God.
of doing this move, where she points, while the
Yeah, it
cameo
takes the
is
bar
out,
from you as well, by
have
the
to
way.
do it on a
So you
read.
lose all 3 bars and then get launched.
The cameo is stunned for this
What?
entire length of time and cannot be summoned.
Okay.
There's also
Oh
an
my-
EX version.
God.
With this version, Sonya will leave the screen and I gain control of her. I actually get a free use of
It didn't affect her her Sareena cameo either. Look, keep an eye
I
out.
now have square.
It didn't use it.
What?
That
Now
is
you can pick it.
insane.
Correct.
Not just
Any
the one
of
they
those
were
She's gonna be so
Right.
good.
I have control over it for a pretty good amount of time.
Sindel.
And
That
it does
is
not cost any
madness.
Kind of cooldown or anything.
I mean, it fits.
You could actually do stuff.
Oh
like,
no, I'm
I
gonna give
could
people free homing missiles.
Summon Sonya to start leg grab to go into a combo, and then go into Sareena's.
That's gonna be wild.
I think it depends on what window of time she can do it.
You could even use
As long as they're out, I think.
in
Yeah.
one combo if you
As
want.
long as that cameo's on the
We're gonna have some
screen.
fun in training mode on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're
it's
playing against
really,
someone
really
who
neat, and it's
like
something
their
that's gonna,
cameo has a
you know,
lot of
how effective
neutral
and the way
use,
you
yeah,
use
you've
it
got to watch out
depends
for
on
it.
what your
Obviously, it doesn't do
opponent's
anything for her if
doing.
she's being comboed or anything, but
Oh,
pressure.
but what if? I'm
Yeah.
already
Do we
thinking.
wanna-
What if
Do
Sindel?
we do Fatal Blow? Is that
I
all?
think that's the
Oh
best
god,
way we can
I'm
finish,
thinking.
right?
do it.
What if Sindel does? All right, hear me out. What if Sindel does a combo with combo into opponent's
yeah,
cameo
that's
for free?
amazing.
In the middle of a combo, set up a guaranteed cameo buff to then have cheaper cameos mid combo for a bit.
That is a nasty one.
Yeah, the leg pull. I feel that. Yeah,
That is
Yeah,
She's
wild.
gonna
Wild.
have
this is
some
definitely
really,
amongst the most
really
brutal
wild
in the game,
combos
I
using
think.
all of that.
Pretty.
Because you could do. There
He's got
he is.
Stryker, he's got
Stryker
Stryker,
cameo.
he's got
He
Stryker.
has a new weapon, which is his wizard staff,
I like his costume.
and he uses it in most.
I think
of his
Rain is
normal
going to be a bit
attacks.
zony because Stryker might be
He
zony as
is
well.
Definitely now much
Dude, I
less
love the
a
effects of the
physical
water,
fighter than he
though.
ever has been before. He is
Launcher.
a very powerful mage, and he uses it in most of his attacks.
Nice. Visually looks really cool.
A couple
The
normals I
effects.
really
Yeah.
want to talk about. Like you can see even his sweep.
God,
Instead of
everyone
using
has a
his
good
foot,
sweep in this game. Like, sweeps across the
he
board are
literally
insane.
uses
Yeah,
his
they want
water
them good,
staff.
don't they?
This is definitely
I
the
love
coolest
the
too.
kick
It's-
up.
He kicks
it's
the water
so
up to
good.
launch him.
That's actually kind of
And you'll
cool.
notice the water leave.
Oh,
the top.
that jump
Oh, that
normal, did you
jump
see
too.
that? That jump
Looks
two
like
is
a jump
I
scooping
absolutely
down.
love it.
Most jump
So let's
normals in the
start
game
off
are not
with a
like that.
couple normals I really wanted to show. He's forward 2, forward
Mid.
2,
mid.
1, 3 is this like really good
That's a mid
move,
string.
mid, pretty quick. He's also got forward 3, which is an overhead.
Slower overhead.
Double overhead.
Oh,
launches.
oh god, overhead,
Probably one of the
overhead.
Most important, I think.
Oh, overhead
Frost
low
cameo smiles.
And then one other normal I really wanted to show was a standing 4, which
Hey!
Wait,
even though he's no longer
wait,
a
wait,
ninja, he still has tremendous leg strength.
Standing
So
4
strong that he can actually kick
does
you
that.
across the world.
I wonder if he can amplify it
Now,
or if
this
it is
an
just a side
interesting one,
switch.
because if you hold it,
Yeah!
It's literally just a normal.
Yeah, let's go.
What?
and
You have
can
to charge
also
it slightly.
cancel out of the hold. to take you
Oh,
out.
you can dash cancel out of it.
Oh my god.
That's actually
There you
sick.
go.
That is
See,
sick.
I'm
That's
good.
cool.
And let's check out his throw, which is a nice nod to the classic water bubble. He goes in with you and then you
Oh.
That's cool.
But they
You
said
can see
nod
his
to
normal
classic
attacks are
water
very
bubble, so I'm
good.
assuming that
No
weather ball
weather
is gone.
ball. No weather ball.
And I
then.
think the water effects are
Those
awesome.
normals are kind of sick
So
though.
you want to go into his special moves?
I think so.
So he has some really interesting zoning tools. I mean, some might even call him a premier zoner. And let's start with his
We expected as much.
great
Yeah.
projectile, which
Wow.
Projectile.
takes up a ton of real estate. It's fairly quick and has
Wow.
some interesting ways that you can change it. If you EX it, he gets a full knockdown. He can actually hold it down and get a stagger.
Oh.
Oh.
He'll combo
like a
from that
stun.
You
then.
can actually cancel
Yeah,
out
he
of this
will.
hold down. So you can mix up doing the move,
Definitely not my kind of
doing
character,
different
but cool.
timings, doing the EX, or canceling out of it. Keep
Oh, it's
you kind of
cancelled,
guessing.
so potential dash cancels then.
When you have a projectile like that takes up a ton of space, what's the
Yeah, Rain's
one
gonna have
thing
dash
you know your
cancels
opponent's
then.
gonna try to
How
do
they're gonna
here?
be, who knows?
Jump.
Jump, and that's not going to be super effective because he
Ah.
has an anti-air version.
Oh.
Right.
This has a very
Looking like the
neat
boss of the
EX
water
that
temple
actually
in
allows
Ocarina of Time.
him to pop up
Oh yeah,
combos.
Morpher.
Oh, it's a
combo
launcher.
tool. Yeah.
Hey, ooh.
So I think it's pretty cool. Again,
Into air sequence.
it makes a full, full screen projectile become kind of an offensive tool up close. Now, one thing would be, well, what happens if they're using projectiles against him? And he has a water bubble where he surrounds himself in water, and any projectile is going to be negated.
Yeah, he
It'll
had that
actually
in,
be destroyed when it hits the water bubble.
What do you have that
This
in?
is
Something
that
like
you can
that.
set up, go behind,
Okay.
go in the middle of.
Oh,
Works
not
as a shield.
not like
Exactly,
that
but
though.
if you
Not
EX
recreates it.
It surrounds him.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Kind of of walk him down.
Exactly.
As long as his teleport is
So then you
gone,
can
I'm
go
alright.
in, do his
If this is how he's
lows,
playing, his
do
teleport better
overhead,
not be
All
there.
that good stuff when he has the water shield on.
Gotcha.
We'll see.
Now, there's other ways you can get in.
No teleport. Please no
He can
teleport.
set these water portals, and he can set them anywhere he wants.
That's kind of cool.
And then he can actually warp through.
That's alright. I mean, he has to set that up. He has to
He's got
set that up.
He's got to set it up. He's got to set it up.
Watch
When you get
EX
out,
just place one full screen
warp back to
instantly.
where you were. Or, when you're in, you can set one, do some fun zoning, and then use this to get back in.
Okay.
That's kind of cool though.
And then you can go
They
straight
don't
to combos,
last a huge
fun
amount of
stuff like
time.
that.
I like the
Now,
kind of
once you've
underwater sound
established
effects.
that you're willing to teleport or throw out some of these fireballs, and the opponent's scared to move, you can start using the whirlpool. And he has close, medium,
What?
and far. These will go
Oh,
in the
this is
ground,
that Gyarus looking thing.
and if the opponent walks into it,
Oh, wait, that's just a
they get
launch.
popped up
Yeah, it's just a trap.
combos.
You just put it on the floor, and if they walk into it, it hits them and
Grab
launches.
the top of his
He's
staff
got a
and
Yes,
ground bounce
it
too.
is
Really
so
Oh.
He's got a ground bounce in the air.
Yeah, so if he gets the crumple
Another movie
projectile,
has
I imagine he can summon the
is-
far version of that.
Is Geyser. This
Oh.
is a pretty good advancing special.
Oh.
You can do in one into.
He's got ground
He
eruption.
actually has armor, so it's a good wake-up attack, a good way to beat pressure.
Yeah, he's got ground
That's
eruption.
combo
Maybe not full screen though.
And then lastly, one more awesome full range move that kind of shows the full extent of his power.
What?
So cool.
What
This
is
a move
that?
you can actually hold.
Yeah, when he's in the air, he does the UMK3 like wind
or
pose.
cancel and
Look.
just drop down. So you can
He
do
does.
stuff like you're doing your water ball, and what's called it a fireball, and it's literally the opposite of that. Go into this.
That's kind of sick. Damn,
out
that
the
full launch
opponent.
though. You see that?
You
Yeah.
Drop down.
He is the exact kind of character I
You can do all
don't want
kinds
to
of
play,
stuff.
but he looks cool.
Portals, Be doing that Thunder God move.
I
cancel
kind of
it,
expected
go
all
to
of
the
this.
portal,
He really
just
did seem
all
like
kind
this
of
was going to be
options.
his
Great. I
design in
think,
this game.
Yeah.
He's going to be
That
really
proper, like,
interesting
Shang
character to kind of
Tsung
freeze them up full screen and
archetype,
get in
you know what I
and
mean?
start doing his mix-ups.
The sorcerer
And
style.
speaking of the mix-ups, let's kind of show how he can use his cameo and go with that. I assign
Stryker.
him Stryker because
Right,
I
yep.
think a cop teaming with a wizard is the exact kind of thing you'd see in Mortal Kombat, right?
Or like
So the
every
first thing I'll
90s
show
action
Stryker
movie.
is he has
Sorcerer cop.
his grenade toss.
That's
Straight out of
fast.
MK3,
And
comes
his
in,
ambush.
throws the double grenades. They can either go low or high. And you can imagine, these are ambush moves, which means
Yep.
they can come out while
By the way, chat, it wants to play an ad in 2 minutes. As soon as they finish showing off Rain, I'll play one, and hopefully it won't interrupt the Shao Kahn bit.
While he's doing his grenades. They
Yep,
can also
so-
aid you in combos.
Oh, of course.
So you can do stuff like
Yep. The grenades are the #1 thing I expected.
Stryker also has a set of baton moves. He's got
Oh.
Cut Bop
Overhead. Wow, quick overhead.
and the classic baton.
He's got an overhead and a low built
These
in.
are lows and overheads. So,
Got
great
access to
example.
both of them.
Yes.
Nice.
So, one thing you could do.
That's a fast overhead. That's a true 50-50 assist.
You got your
Yo,
overhead,
Zatchop, thank you very much for the
opponents
prime, I
stand
appreciate
watching
it.
All the time. 'Cause they
Double
don't want to
overhead
pop
and then
out.
low
Yeah.
sweep.
What am I supposed to do?
And then overhead low. Yep.
Sweep them. You
It's
can
so
also do this on
fast.
string. So in overhead, you can do overhead, low. Then they get
And it's
used
not
to
a case of just
timing.
reacting to the
They're like,
cameo
oh,
either, because he could
I'm
do
one of
overhead.
these, like Ninja Killer or Sonic people with good reflexes. I can, I can fuzzy that. Then you start doing stuff like. Cut Bop.
Yep. They're the same
it up.
same size.
So just from this 50-50, he can use Stryker. to
Yeah,
have
if one of them is
more
safe or both, that would be
Like-
insane.
That's how you beat Sonic Fox.
That's the key. That's
Got it.
all you have to do.
Got
And
it.
like a famous football player once said, it's more than a 50-50.
Got it.
Lastly, Stryker has one more move.
The handcuffs.
Which
We've
I
seen
think
that
is
earlier.
probably-
That's
favorite.
crazy though.
My favorite thing is he used a sports reference.
I mean,
Well,
to be
sort
fair,
of.
the
Half and half.
Stryker.
the overhead
comes
low
from
just knocks
behind,
down straight away.
in
That's a
handcuffs.
high. Is a high.
And this gives you
So it's a grab.
reset.
A reset.
Then you get a bunch of advantage, and you can
So
get
it's just a very plus
Okay.
on hit
So you
attack.
get into your combos with a handcuff move, then go in and continue your offense. So like you could start a combo with your
Oh.
overhead, go into the handcuffs, and then make them guess low.
Got it.
It's super
That's
fun.
really cool.
Yeah.
And it's just
So
plus.
I think that's Rain and Stryker.
Right, if that's it, I'm gonna play an ad now, chat, and it shouldn't interrupt the Shao Kahn bit. I'll run it now.
Fatal blow.
Okay.
Fatal blow. Bang, 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 bang. Stryker is kind of as I expected. He has everything I thought he would have, minus the handcuffs, which I
Oh
didn't
my
expect.
god. Damn, this is the lightning? He gets struck by lightning and it goes through the water? That was kind of cool.
All right. That was
actually
Rain.
sick.
Yeah.
So, big thing.
Another Tyler breakdown? Let's
to show-
go.
This is kind of the thesis statement.
General
Botaro.
Shao.
Just swings for the fences.
He's a
right?
powerhouse.
This is back 2. It has advantage. So if you're blocking, don't want to push into
It's a plus on block launcher.
Yeah, I was
Buttons
just
there?
Yo,
jabbing.
MK
Don't do
versus
that, 'cause you're
DC.
gonna get hit.
Legend.
Right.
Great move there. This is a really quick, kind of.
He had a
almost
plus on
go
block
distance here,
launcher
too.
in
Like, I can
MKDC
there.
for those that.
Like really nice.
Care.
Kind of can lead
I
to
didn't
some
even know that.
combos.
Right.
Yeah, it was his back four, his big
Punishing
kick.
move I like to use is this right here. Very
Yeah,
fast,
950 health. That
bounces
can't
them
be
up.
right.
We can show some more stuff with that
That's
later.
that's probably
but
not.
obviously you
That's
can see there's some
probably not
pathways
accurate.
with that.
I can't see
I
why
also
Shao
really
would have
like
less
how
health.
his
That's
kick attacks
got to
are
be
just
like
either uses axe or he's
not
just
on purpose.
huge big boots.
I don't know.
Just like
Yeah,
standing
just-
big boot.
He
I'm
is not the
ignoring all
character
that.
I would
A lot of
expect to
people,
have
I
less
enjoy
health.
the two-player
I'm
animation
ignoring all that
strings.
stuff until it's
Right.
out,
So we
because you never
have-
know with
here's
pre-release.
this overhead. Doesn't combo anything, but hit the throw button afterwards.
good.
Oh, it's one of
He
those
also has a
throw
low one as
extensions.
well.
Oh, throw extensions. That's
We'll
cool.
come back to those later as
I
well.
wonder if they actually are throws,
Now let's
because
talk about
there are a
his
few
special
strings
move.
like that in MK11.
His special move, the one that kind of encapsulates what he is Power Strike. He will just throw the axe on the ground, and there it is. You have about
Right.
7-8 seconds just to do stuff without the axe, right? You can also call
Right.
it back.
Right.
Boom.
Okay.
You can
Now, when
recall
it's
it.
on the ground,
Damn, road
different
indicator.
strings. That's back.
I say, you can have like a quick call, maybe.
Oh,
He
that's
also,
cool.
and I get the axe back after, of course, doing the.
That was cool.
So all of his axe moves get replaced with different normal attacks.
Yes.
And some are faster, some have different
I thought that'd be the
reactions.
case. So when the axe is down,
and
your
some
move list
some of the other
changes.
Special moves. We'll get to that in a second.
Even his throw changes.
Yes, even his throw. So here's his throw.
Proper classic Shao Kahn throw.
While we're at
Yeah,
it,
it really
you
is.
know, Botaro as well. And then with
That's
the
it.
axe, he just bangs in the face with the axe.
Oh,
Right.
damn.
Other specials he has. So you can huge
Ooh.
meter burn.
Wow.
You got a full screen
What?
Whoa.
projectile.
Whoa.
Now if you're close, you can. Sorry about that. You can do some of this.
Pops up.
Oh.
He has a buff. This makes your axe powers do more damage. You can
Okay.
also meter EX that to get more time on it as well.
Ah.
Big move in his arsenal that also leads to a lot of crazy good damage is his armored launcher.
Armored launcher.
Just kind of representing.
Maybe they meant armored reversal, maybe.
Kind of makes
Oh,
me think
okay.
of the
Just armored
MK3,
attack.
'Cause I didn't-
up
that's
until
But it
like
said
a little
leads to
now,
damage, so maybe
Right,
there's like
and
an extension.
You can throw that out a lot of places. Always there. But if you EX the knee, you get a free power slam after that. So you can do like that.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
That's how you rotate throughout the game. Right? And now it's on
Oh,
the ground,
that
now
is
it's back
gonna
to
be
you.
so
then you
annoying.
can start doing really cool stuff like
To be fair though, if there's one character that should have an armored launcher, Shao Kahn is one
Back
I'm not
into
going to be
that.
surprised.
No.
Wait,
Oh,
that's not
oh.
And now
That was
you
a
have the
continued
axe
combo.
back.
Yep.
right. When the axe is on the ground, other cool things can happen.
This character
Power
looks sick.
slam. Now, I have a ground pound.
Neat.
Now here's the
Is that unblockable?
when you are on the axe, it is an overhead low.
What?
Okay.
which
Wait,
is
yeah, 2 hits,
kinda
2
tough to
hits.
block.
Yeah.
It's like
You can
Earthshaker.
also
It's like
do
Doomsday
Earthshaker.
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 Oh, do that in the corner.
Oh, and it launches.
That's like a quick recall.
Right.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
So give
Oh
it
my
damage.
Imagine
God.
covering-
The move where you can speed
You
near
cover
it.
that with
Very
like
fast.
Kano knife assist,
Okay.
so it's a guaranteed
So
guess.
a lot of
You
really
have to
cool
not
stuff
guess,
you can
but
do.
And
gotta block.
he's clearly meant to be going in and out during
Yes.
the fight, in the middle of combos.
He's gonna
getting
be a
back at the end of
monster.
combos.
Maybe recalling it if you want to.
Right.
Lots of stuff like that. But if you are as a
I have
as
a
my
horrible
opponent
feeling, yeah,
near
because
the
his
axe,
scaling
there's a
is
lot of stuff
gnarly.
you need
I
to
think
think
he's going to lead to
Right,
some high
so it's
damage.
almost like with the axe, you have, kind of really good range, not the quickest moves, Without the axe, you're much quicker, and
Yes.
you can use it.
He doesn't look
establish
slow with the axe, though, I will
screen,
say.
You're gonna have to respect it, and that's gonna kind of open up.
Is that a
your
command grab?
grabs, your mix-ups, stuff like that.
And it's super cool. You can also, like, he also, you know, has some...
Plus some
pick
block
stuff out of the
launcher.
air.
Oh,
That's
oh,
I mean,
oh,
the knee into power
Good lord.
strike is huge.
Right.
Can't wait to see him with Kano
Really
cameo.
Make sure I'm
Kano
not
knife
missing
after launch.
anything. I do want to show some stuff with Motaro.
Okay.
So Motaro has a couple things you can use. Now, obviously, I'm a big guy. Projectiles might scare me.
Right.
Well, I can do this. I can pull them out, walk behind it. You don't want to be throwing projectiles.
So he just moves
That's
forward.
so
That will
good.
reflect. And I'm walking
And it starts
down
regenerating
with-
while he's walking too.
Yeah.
I love that. You know, that's a way to call
950
back
health.
to his
I do wonder if that's on
reflex
purpose because
skin
they haven't mentioned
to
it, so I wonder if it's just like a placeholder.
Now you're kind of now you're a little confused.
I don't think
there,
anything's
but
going to stop you from throwing
Nice.
projectiles back
He
as
also
well
has this,
while like he's
this
doing
turn
that.
You can do.
Genuinely.
One.
Shoot three
three.
shots at you.
Yeah.
Has a low one too. He can do that.
Oh, it's
the
mobile
This
legend.
is that I've chosen Motaro with General Shao for a reason.
Okay.
Remember this move.
Yes.
Can't do a lot out of it.
Right.
Oh,
He
you can do
has
projectiles with that.
Teleport, right?
Okay.
Which maybe you can read a projectile, maybe not. But you can move around the battlefield quicker.
That is
Right.
good.
Yeah. But
is good.
With this overhead, I can teleport
Oh,
and still
That's a
continue a
true
combo.
combo.
That's a combo!
So now you have to
oh
worry about
my
this. You
god.
have to worry about something
Oh,
like
this game is going to be too good.
Like that's now in play.
Right.
So you can do the full thing too.
But if he can do that with
like,
Motaro,
What a cool example of
it's
one of
like
my favorite
Sub-Zero going to be able to do the same thing. It's
Oh,
Sub-
look at
Break
that!
the
That is
rules
wild.
and
That is
restrictions
wild.
of your roster
and I
character.
think that's why I love.
Also,
Shao
Tyler's
so much,
execution's
because he
leveled
has
up. He's
tools
doing this
also
all
with the
first
knee
time.
Into Power Slam. He's,
Right.
It's a special.
Is Sub-Zero going to be able to do back
two
two into Motaro teleport and combo from it?
Meter with his height meter. But yeah,
Well, you will be
there's
able
a
to
lot
punish it,
of
I
cool,
think.
fun sort of breaking the meta of what Shao is, just so you can do with that.
And I think
Oh
it's so
my
neat about the
goodness.
cameo system. You kind of look at your play style, look at your character.
Yeah,
and think,
Johnny, that
what are
could
my
be interesting.
weaknesses? What are the things I
love
miss?
the
Is
fact
it,
that-
is it a summon or is it an ambush?
Turn those weaknesses into strengths.
Right.
If the teleport's an ambush, Johnny can do it into, like, nut
nut
punch into it.
Even
Yeah.
having this just to get me out of dodge, right?
Right.
It's an ambush? Yeah, if it's an
Now you
ambush,
wanna
that
be-
opens up so much for everyone.
Let's show
Teleport's
the,
ambush? Yeah, Johnny will be able to do nut punch into teleport,
Yeah, give
probably.
yourself a 1%.
Opponent
change
type
your
is just a
opponent on the
picture of
show
Johnny
the fatal
Cage.
blow.
It's a real good one.
Drops it from the sky.
Oh!
Oh,
Damn.
he's not horsing around.
Oy. Oh. Damn.
Nice.
That was kind of sick. That was kind of sick. Like,
A lot of cameo information too.
I mean, I don't think we've seen a single playable character that they pulled their punches with. You know what I'm saying? Like, genuinely, it looks like they left nothing like on the drawing board. It's like if they wanted these characters to do stuff, no matter how against the norm it is, they're doing it. And I am so down with that design philosophy, because these characters, like Sindel, she's got all this crazy stuff by herself, and you look at her move list where she's got overhead, low, combos, flight, 3 different kinds of projectiles, corner extensions. Oh yeah, by the way, as well as having this very complete moveset, she also has this entirely unique ability to improve her cameo recharge rate and steal yours. Oh yeah, by the way, she can combo you if you break against her because of this new buff she's got. It's like, what? Like, the characters, they're just so full of that, so much of that. And that's such a good direction for this game to go in. You know what I mean? I feel like we've spent years through Injustice 2, through MK11, hearing so many people basically be like, I would prefer the game if it was a bit crazier. You know what I mean? If it was a bit more fast-paced and there was more options, more this, more that. It's like this game is options. You know what I mean? Every single character is just blown wide open with tools. So insane, man. But it's great. I love it. The game is looking so good with that already. And after seeing, obviously, what Johnny was doing in the beta, Frost cameo, Kano continues to be insane. Like, none of the characters looked bad in the beta or stress test. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god. And after seeing 3 more, like Shao Kahn, true armored launcher. And of course, Shao Kahn is the one that's got it by himself. Oh my god, this game is going to be insane. I cannot wait. And you know what, chat? There's not long left to wait. There's 3 weeks. We're 3 weeks away from launch. That's true. 3 weeks. Plus on block launcher. Yeah, true. Plus mid launcher. General Shao, not Shao Kahn. Get used to it, because I'm going to say Shao Kahn a lot.
You need to understand, it's been Shao Kahn for 30 years.
Oh my god. That is
You
insane,
just
though.
meet in the middle and just call him Shao. Makes
Oh yeah,
sense.
I'm very much looking forward to going through the Baraka match again. My goodness. That's like saying it's not Twitter, it's X. True.
Regal purple.
Right, let's have a look. Right, so let's go through Sindel again, because we're going to do that thing we always do. We're going to go through it again and have a closer look.
Absolutely.
So, we haven't seen all of Sindel's strings. We've seen some key normals. I think that definitely seems to be Stephanie's way of showing these characters off, is like, show the important, like, a handful of important things, so it's enough to get your mind racing with, like, what's possible, but not showing you literally everything.
Yeah, not showing you too much.
That back two being a returning thing from MK9, but, like, souped up is so exactly what I want to see from this character.
The moment Stephanie
Really good
said
range,
that
as you'd imagine
the back
someone
two
with
puts her
magical long
airborne
hair.
and you can go into flight
There's a
from
couple of-
airborne, I already knew we were going to see, you know, stuff like that.
Also, I will say immediately, so Sindel's back throw is one of the few throws in the game that pay attention
Yeah,
to it.
really
So
good
A,
range,
the
as
back
you'd
throw
imagine
is
someone
very
with
quick, right? The animation itself is
magical long
fast.
hair.
Look at the range. Like, this throw actually looks like it leaves her at a range to maybe establish a meaty. I don't know if you'll get a guaranteed meaty from this.
I mean,
But
she's
this
at
is
down
definitely
3 or sweep
yeah,
range.
that's definitely sweep range, which most throws seem to send you, like, much further away than that. So that's very good for her. Yo, Sugar Nuts, thank you for the 65-month tier 1, welcome back. I will say, chat, to so many of you that did subscriptions with, like, Prime or tier 1s or whatever it was during the Kombat cast, thank you very much. We do appreciate it very much so. Cheers from Costa Rica, your content is great. Well, thank you for tuning in. Cheers from the UK.
It's been a really MK-focused day because I got my script and voiceover finished for the next competitive history, so
Nice.
The last piece.
work on that
And
is
it's
going
like
well.
kind of her main-
That jump
That's
kick
all
could be good.
You
That's
see
going to be a
her-
very
forward
easy to
four
place
looks
jump
like-
kick.
Yes.
I wonder how
But it
confirmable
has
that
a
forward
really
that
neat
forward four
power.
at high level might be hit confirmable because it's
Maybe.
not it's not fast. It's not
Low.
fast.
Well, it
It's
has
like
it has
good.
just a string on the end of it that launches, so the confirm will just be a single button, most likely on hit.
And actually land right in front of them. Far version. Or she could just do it by itself, go in for a throw. Go
That's a
for-
wrap.
Thank
That is
you.
a very cool normal for
Go
her.
this cool low.
So that low is just a normal, I think.
One of her block strings. Another normals is back two, which leads into an overhead.
Yeah.
And she can combo
Yeah,
into
so
it.
she had
It can
that
be
back two
by
in
itself and
MK9.
actually be airborne.
We've seen that already.
That low that she does, I don't know if it launches, but in the trailer with Motaro, the projectiles made it launch.
Oh, that scream as well. We haven't even talked about that. So that's a true stun that gives you a combo, but it restands as well. So she's going to be able to do like some kind of launcher, do a combo, end in the scream. We've already seen it in her trailer. It plants them back on the floor and she can still continue. So I don't know if it is like slightly plus on hit, so maybe you have to be close to get combos at all ranges, but
Then let's go over
depending on what she can do, whether she can reach with forward 4 or whatever, like in theory she should be able to do a full, and if she's got like standing low, standing overhead, that means she's going to get restand into overhead low all the time.
Well, what she has, all of the weird stuff she's got with like the cameo control and everything else is not at expense of other tools missing, it looks like projectile game, launch potential, confirmable buttons, stun, launcher, low fireball being a combo thing in the corner. Like I can already see where her combos will go in the corner and the situations, because like she's going to be able to do something on the ground into EX low projectile, into some sort of continued juggle, finish it in scream right at the end,
Yep.
and then either finish a combo from that or keep a restood into a pressure, maybe a cameo. Like that's going to be kind of wild, I think. I feel like Sindel day one is going to have some of the most.
She is definitely looking like one of the stronger characters on paper. Like, I can't see her being bad with this kind of toolkit.
Here we go. Maybe I don't still have it.
Like, her damage doesn't look super high, maybe, but her means to obtain it is plenty.
Zoning tool up close into an actual offensive.
If you pause on the training mode options, yeah, I'll try and catch it. We're mainly interested in just looking at what they showed, but see if we can find it.
Her cartwheel.
Yep, so the cartwheel, that's cool.
If you EX it, it has armor. It's really good up close.
Most broken character revealed so far. She definitely looks like on paper she has a lot.
You can mix it up with low.
Is that, wait, hang on, is that actually?
It's really good up close.
Yes, that is just an overhead.
Wake up attack.
Armor, and it is armored, yeah. But it's probably going to be death on block, I imagine. So that low, I don't know what that low is. It probably is just a normal, isn't it? But that's interesting.
To be fair, if that's her only armor and it's a single hit move that looks pretty unsafe,
and it knocks down, so there'll be no way of extending it or anything like that.
Maybe that will be a weakness. Like maybe she's gonna have, she might have bad defense for all we know.
They look different.
Maybe.
You can't be on autopilot.
Right.
I mean, like, and for a character like Smoke, who had insane offense, we didn't see a single reversal for him at all. So, like, I think some characters might have, like, really good offense, but, bad defense. Like, Smoke didn't seem to have armor. Sindel, I'm not going to say Sindel's armor's bad, because it's fast, and it has a really good knockdown time. She has MKX Aliens pokes. I can see the similarities, for sure.
Like, for example...
Right, so, opponent type, custom dummy, playback recording, human opponent, CPU opponent, escape, reversal mode, get up attack. Yeah, I mean, it's showing the usual stuff, isn't it? Really.
AI settings has been swapped to opponent type.
Yeah. I think it's going to at least have the same stuff that MK11 did. I hope it has the live frame data counter, because that was so important.
Significantly faster.
There we go. Back to into float.
Shao
we're going to see so much more of that.
Shao will suffer against good zoning. It depends how good extreme zoning will even be in this game.
She has Mystic Ermac Fly. For God's sake, she had float first!
I have chosen...
Let's stop pretending that Ermac invented the float, because it didn't!
Mystic Ermac Fly? To be fair, she was doing it a lot longer.
It's a very quick projectile. You can see the cooldown is pretty quick.
I'm crying out loud.
Then she also has Kia's blades. She goes full demon.
Damn.
Throws multiple.
That Sareena cameo is going to be quite good, I think.
So you can do fun stuff.
That looks mad fast. But it looks like it scales the follow-up quite a lot. Still getting good damage, though.
Really good up in the air.
Yes.
That's going to be the main thing to pay attention to, I think, is the scaling differences between these, like, combo granting cameos.
Wake up attack. It's invincible. It's really
that
quick.
up kick looks
you can
good.
Use it as an anti-air.
Kind of wonder what it will serve. Might launch in the corner. I know it anti-aired in the trailer, but how good that's going to be as an anti-air, I don't know.
Jakata's Curse.
Yeah, that's an ambush spell that drains bar. That could be really good for if you end a combo in like the splat of her like flip, and you call Sareena like spell at the same time, like in the corner. There's gonna be some real good guaranteed meter drain. I wonder if they lose bar just by standing in it in general, or if they have to be like in a controllable state. Like if you knock them down and then do it.
From what I could see, I think you have to be in control. So if you do something with too much knockdown into it, you actually risk wasting a bunch of its duration.
So,
yeah.
Let's go back to what we said earlier. Sindel has a couple of moves using the cameo system.
Sindel getting a restanding stun for no meter while Sub-Zero. Yeah, but Sub-Zero has all of Sub-Zero's tools.
Also, Ice Ball has a lot of startup, but not a lot of recovery, so it's a lot safer than it normally is, and it still is going to be trading extremely well.
I'm gonna say right away, do not put yourself in that situation where you're looking at what one character has and you're saying, why doesn't my character have that? Because not any of these characters are the same. Sindel doesn't have... Sindel, from what we could see here...
She doesn't have Ice Clone.
She doesn't have Ice Clone. She doesn't have the potential of the corner carry that he does. She might not have the damage that he has. He has the instant overhead low. He has amazing access to those confirmable mids. He's got the bloody clone push move.
Basically, it is a slippery slope to be like, this character has this good thing, why does it mine? While at the same time not factoring in the good things your character does have that the one you want to move from doesn't have, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sorry that this is the first time in NRS history where you can't combo into Ice Ball. Yeah, but you have the ground freeze, which is way faster. and combos into everything else. And there's like a million cameos that will give him Ice Ball for free, so I wouldn't, honestly, I wouldn't worry about it.
If Sub-Zero could go into Ice Freeze regular, it would be way unnecessary.
They will be stunned.
With everything that he's got at the moment.
Oh my god, I'm confused. And
now this is
God,
right.
The cameo controlling stuff is insane in this game.
Yeah.
No worries, I just like complaining about it. I respect that.
I'm already thinking, Jake, of like stealing a cameo.
So for example,
and then let's say you combo into that stolen cameo for no cost.
Yep.
You do some stuff in a combo where you combo into just your own regular cameo thing where your cameo has less cooldown.
I think you said this when we were watching it for the first time as well. Yeah, this is definitely possible.
Like using the heavily reduced cooldown to get combos that are only possible because of that, and just finding the right character that could give you these hilariously large combos.
Well, what's going to be good about this as well is if inevitably it does end up being that there are like the best cameos in the game and like the better cameos that most people will be running, you're going to get very used to using those cameos against people. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you are running Sindel with Sareena, and the meta is like Sub-Zero Kano, you know, or let's just go with what was strong in the beta. Let's say that it ends up being just as powerful in the full game, and everyone is running Kano Sub-Zero, everyone is running Kano Johnny Cage. You're going to get nice and used to using Kano against people, even if you yourself aren't equipping him, because you're going to take him away from people, especially in matchups, because it looks like the catch is when she does the move that she takes your cameo or interrupts it or whatever, they have to be on the screen at the time. So it will be the cameos that you use in neutral a lot because they have to be there for her to take them. It looks like that anyway. I don't think it's a case of just doing it and now you get them. So if you're against someone who is like really annoying and they are using Kano Knife or Kano Cannonball to give them like a really annoying, hard to deal with way in, you're now just going to take it from them because they're using it too much, you know, and now you get to use it against them in the exact same way. I think, like, against Kano cameo, this is going to be insane, because he is used all the time to give people, like, easier ways in and closing the distance. Whereas, like, if you've got a cameo that is much more of, like, a combo tool or a setup tool, and you're not really using the cameo in the neutral, then you won't see it as much. But either way, that is definitely interesting. And even the thing where, like, she can just activate the buff and now her cameo has faster recharge time. Someone like, again, who is a very neutral cameo, maybe you're throwing projectiles, maybe you're doing buffs, whatever it is, that is going to be so good.
For example, I will call it out.
I think you have it for X amount of time, Scars Unseen. I don't think you just have it until you use it. I think it's you have it for however long.
Doing this move where she points while the cameo's out.
I think Stephanie did say that, I think.
Yeah, Stephanie did just say that the cameo has to be out when you use it.
This entire length of time cannot be summoned.
Okay.
There's also an EX version. With this version, Sony will leave the screen and I gain control of her. And
wait, I just realized you don't take the move you interrupt. You take whatever you want.
Yeah, you choose it.
There's
yeah,
also
look.
an EX version.
Yeah, you do.
The EX interrupts Square Wave, and then Sindel uses leg grab. Oh, damn.
Someone in chat quite rightly pointed out you could use Sarex and Sector in the same combo now.
Control of her.
There's gonna be so many Sindel combo videos.
Use of either of them in most of his normal attacks. And he is definitely
Sindel with Cyrax or Frost. Yeah, I can see it.
He is a very powerful mage, and he uses it in most of his attacks. A couple normals.
Yeah, Rain definitely doesn't look like the kind of character I would enjoy, but definitely seems I can see the appeal if you like the NRS like Zona archetype, you know.
It's so good.
The question is, what cameo do you put on him? Because like Motaro could be good, but I think Frost would be good on him for sure.
I absolutely love it. So let's start off with a couple normals.
Stryker cameo looks better than I would have assumed.
4-2-1-3 is this like really good.
I kind of expected Stryker's cameo thing to be quite simple because he is, you know, He's
Forward 3, which is an
he's always
overhead,
kind of had
into a double overhead,
simple
and he
moves.
gets a pop-up.
Unless they gave him a bunch of like brand new stuff, he was never going to be, you know, really
And then one other normal
out there.
area
So
was
having
a
the
standard
2 different
forward.
grenade types, overhead low.
Having an identical
Even though he's
overhead
no
low
longer
built-in
a
thing
ninja,
with him is
he
actually
has
quite interesting though.
tremendous
I don't think any other
range
cameo is
of
doing that.
So strongly
Like there are
natural
cameos that have
across the
overheads
wall.
and lows
Now,
like
this is an
individually,
interesting
but
one
there I
because
don't think we've seen a
hold it.
cameo that has an overhead and a low by themselves.
Oh yeah, if you're a Rain main historically, you're,
And
you
you can
know,
also
you're not going to get
pull out
that
of the
Rain in this
hole.
game. So like, immediately get that thought out of
think
your head.
about
I don't want to sound patronizing in any way.
I
but,
mean,
like, as
unfortunately,
someone who-
you are.
I
That
love
is what
Rain.
you've got to do, though, isn't it? Like,
Yeah. Like,
I can see the
love Rain.
disappointment.
Which is a nice
But yeah.
nod to the classic
I love
boss.
Rain
He goes in
for
with
how
you
he's
and then you
played.
burst out.
We could already tell, even in his
So
very
you see his
first,
normal
you know,
attacks are
trailer,
very fresh
that he wasn't
and
going to play the way he used to. So
And I think the
him
water
being
effects are
new
awesome.
here and
So
being
you wanna
basically
go
almost
into
a whole
special
new
moves?
design
So,
didn't
So
surprise
he
me.
has some really
And you know,
interesting
I think I'll
skill
try him,
tools. I
but he
mean,
doesn't
some
really
might even call
look
him-
No,
like
he
the
is
kind of
not. He is
character-
not going to
Start with
give you
his-
the typical Rain
Yeah.
experience.
Quick
I think is I can understand
Sets
and
on a
completely
real
get
stage.
why
It's
that's
very
going to
swift,
disappoint
it has
people
some
because I would
interesting
feel the
yeah.
same. It's like if Cyrax came back and suddenly instead of doing crazy combos and setups,
You
he's
can actually hold it down.
doing this, right? He's doing like full screen
Stagger.
keep away and whatever. Like I would not like that, and that would disappoint
You
me.
can actually cancel
But
out of
I
the
think
step down. So you can
your
mix up
choice
doing
in that
those,
situation is to basically
doing different
either
timings,
try and learn the new style and
canceling
see
out of
if
it.
you like
You
it
can
still,
guess it.
or move
Well,
on
you have a
and
projectile
find
like
like a
that.
different
Takes up
character
space.
instead to play. Because I think
What's
if
the
you
one
play
thing
them
that you're
anyway,
gonna try to
not
do?
liking what they now are, and are like constantly trying to enforce what they can no longer do, it's just gonna frustrate you and put you off the game, I think.
And this has a very
Yeah, and be fair, if you like Rain
actually
for his
allows
like
him
stylish, swaggy combos, then I mean, you're not going to be short of characters to choose from in this game.
I mean,
I just understand there's going to be an attachment to Rain in particular, which
Well,
I definitely get.
it does look like he's got some source. Yo, Jackpot 2K19, thank you very much for the 3-month tier 1 resub. Welcome back, my friend. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. But yeah, like it doesn't look like he's completely without anything interesting. Like he does have like the overhead, which can obviously synergize a lot with cameos. He's got
Cool combos.
good
He does
mids,
still have some pretty cool
confirmable
combos, not
launches. Like,
huge.
yeah, it looks like he's got some combos. Like so, he's gonna have some source. It's just, you know, like the neutral will be very different. Like you are going to want to play him for that like screen control, which is very
I think it's
different to
pretty
what he was
cool.
normally
Again,
doing.
It makes a full, full screen.
He does. I like how he's got the
projectile
roundhouse though, the super roundhouse, as just a single button. That's kind of cool. I like that.
Now, one thing would be, well,
But that's how you can tell he is the Netherrealm Sorcerer archetype because he's got water ground eruption. He's got Hellsparks ground eruption, but with water.
He'll actually just
Yeah.
be destroyed when it hits the water.
Important, he's got diagonal control, upwards and downwards.
Okay.
Go in the middle of.
Works as a shield.
The game is definitely 50-50 heavy. I don't know if it's constant 50-50s. I think it's just there's a lot of overhead low. Not as many of the overhead lows seem to be straight up guesses though. We've seen a few characters have an overhead low, but it's like one of them is reactable and one of them is not, so you just have to fuzzy guard it. Whereas,
Or one of them leads to
Now,
more
there's
reward
other
than the
ways you
other.
can get out.
yeah, or like maybe one of them is unsafe, one of them is not. Like Sub-Zero's case in point. The overhead is much slower, so it can be reacted to. It's just, you know, it's difficult, but it can be done. But the overhead is also unsafe and the low is not, so that's kind of like weighted into how risky is the opponent going to play with them, right? Whereas then you have other characters who it is straight up like guess overhead or low.
You can set one,
But it depends how much the payout is for that.
and then use this to get back in.
Okay.
Man, I can't wait to watch the Baraka match again though. Oh, that character looks so fun.
Stuff like that. Now, once you've established that you're willing to
Watch the last teleport. He doesn't teleport. He just goes
you
back
can
out the one he was using.
start
I
using
think that one actually expired while it was being used though.
anywhere he wants.
I think so too.
And then he can actually warp through him.
Yeah, so that was warping
set
through.
one, do some fun zoning, and then use this.
Yeah, that was the other teleport expired as Rain went into it. I don't think, unless that is a command, it looked like the teleport, the portal expired.
Now, once you've
I have to step away for a
established
bit,
you're willing
Jake.
to teleport or throw out
Yeah,
shooting
sure, that's
stars,
fine. Well, I'm
your
just
opponent's
looking
scared
through
to
this for a
move,
bit.
you can
Nah,
start
okay, see you in a
using
bit.
Whirlpool. And you
No,
have the
please,
first
not the just
using
fuzzy
boss.
guard it. Well, I mean, but that's how some characters are designed, though. If they have a mix-up of overhead low, but one of them is unreactable and one of them is, that's what you have to do. It's not me being like, you know, because whether it will still be annoying or not obviously remains to be seen. Like Sub-Zero is still quite scary because there's so much as well, you know, just delay timing, go for a throw, whatever it is. Like obviously it's not just going to be a case of just fuzzy guard it and you'll never get opened up because there's always more layers to it. But it is something you have to know if that is what the matchup requires.
And I think it'll be one of his best combo enders.
He can control where he goes and faked it out. Okay, well, I mean, I'm just going to assume you guys are right. And that you can fake it out and just, you know, go back out of the same one.
So cool.
And this is a move that he can actually hold.
That move looks very over the top for what is like a mid projectile. I wonder if there's more to it. But being able to hold it's kind of cool.
Water ball, I almost called it a fireball, and it's literally the opposite of that. Go into this.
Well, if you think about it though, if we're thinking about like a powerful zoner, like what angles need to be covered, right? If we're thinking a normal character from like full screen, let's see if we can just reset. Yeah, so you're playing a zoner in this kind of game, 2D fighting game. We all know how NetherRealm games feel by now. So think about it. As a zoner, Rain does on paper kind of have everything you need. You've got that high full screen long range projectile that covers high. You have the water like launcher that you can summon on the ground to cover down here. So high to cover up here, the launcher to cover down here. You have anti-air fireball to cover this angle, and you have that storm to cover the diagonal down from up here, right? And then at point blank range, you've got the ground eruption to cover here and here. So if you look at the screen, that pretty much covers everything you could need. You know? Watchalong. Now, the one thing it doesn't look like he has, which I'm so happy about, which is something that I cannot stand it when strong zoners have it, is the Cetrion-style teleport, where they just disappear here and appear here. That, I hate. Goonie, I love how it's been, like... Because I remember first seeing you in chat and stuff in, like, MKX, right? So 2015. I love how it's been 8 years and you still type in all caps. I respect that. It's been almost 10 years and it's still all caps. I like that. Welcome back. Yeah, I like how Rain doesn't have just a I'm going to disappear and reappear teleport.
Let's kind of show how he can...
Because I hate it when good zoners can do that.
I assigned him Stryker because I think a cop teaming with a wizard is the exact kind of thing you'd see in Mortal Kombat, right?
Gotta be
So the
authentic.
first thing I'll show with Stryker is he has his grenade toss.
Hey.
Straight out of MK3.
Yeah, Stryker cameo definitely looks, they're both ambush, right?
So the first thing I'll show with Stryker is he has his grenade toss.
Yeah, grenade toss is ambush.
Straight out of MK3.
That's gonna be good for combos.
Throws the double grenades. They can either go...
We saw quite a lot of that in the Baraka match.
And you can imagine, these are ambush moves, which means they can come out while
That's
Rain is
fast.
doing his attacks. So you can do
3% per grenade.
like you're doing your straight water.
Ah, but they have a maximum range. Yep.
They can also aid you in combos. So you can do stuff like...
That's cool. That is going to be good for someone like Kung Lao, right? Who's just going to throw the single hit overhead out. You can just like do the overhead with grenade cool behind it and just turn it into a launcher. Like cameo attacks that pop up will transform character kits. They will. Like someone like Katana, 112, you can confirm it on hit with a grenade and turn it into a launcher. You know what I mean? Like genuinely, like cameo, like ambush launchers are going to be so powerful in this game. Especially ones that you can do multiple ranges of. If it will just be a case of do a move that normally gives you no combo potential but some other utility. A lot of moves like that will be safe, right? They might be an individual overhead or an individual low because the idea is you throw it out as an individual attack and that's it. A move like that, an ambush launcher, that move now explodes. You know what I mean? It blows up in potential. Because now that single hit attack that is maybe safe because of balancing purposes, now it gives you a full launch, you know? Some of them you'll just throw it out, and some of them you'll be able to confirm. Like, that is so good. Like, really so good. It's so good. Because that's what Kano Knife is doing, and that's what Stryker Grenade will be doing. That's what Sonya Square Wave was doing. You know what I mean? Like, the potential there is mad. I don't know anyone that actually is looking to play Stryker Kameo, so I wonder if seeing what the character is doing is gonna, you know, make people want to give him a try. Lee May was doing that a lot with Sonya. Yeah, exactly. I personally didn't see any Lee May with Sonya, but I can see what strings that was gonna help for, you know what I mean? I imagine any of the strings that would launch into Lantern would probably launch into Sonya Square Wave.
Stryker also has a set.
I know Foxy's looking at playing Motaro.
He's got Cat Bop.
That's so fast.
And the classic.
Yeah, you're not reacting. That's just a 6% overhead low mix-up. Is this safe? I mean, surely for 6% it's safe, right? Surely both of those will be safe. For 6%, that's just a straight up like unreactable overhead low mix. But it's probably safe, right?
Stand blocking all the time because they don't want to get popped up. What am I supposed to do?
It's just such a rude noise on block, on hit. Sorry, it's that crunch.
They're like, oh, I'm one of these like.
I'm gonna assume they're both safe. Probably minus though, so I imagine the turn is over, but safe. Unless you're Shao Kahn. Get ready for there to be any gap of any sort, and Shao Kahn is gonna do EX armor.
The thesis statement just swings for the fence.
Safe mid launcher. Disgusting.
It has advantage. So if you're blocking, don't want to push any buttons probably.
Yeah, I was just jabbing.
Don't do that because you're gonna.
I love the hit sound effects. Listen to when the axe connects on hit. By the way,
so if you're blocking,
listen to this.
Probably.
Yeah,
it just sounds so heavy, doesn't it? Like thud, thud, thud.
Jabbing.
Don't do that because you're gonna get hit.
Right.
Great move there. This is a really quick, kind of almost get a little distance to it too. Like I can get you from there. Like really nice.
Dude, this character's gonna be such a pain.
Right. Punishing move I like to use is this right here. Very fast, bounces them up. We can show some more stuff with that later, but obviously you can see there's some path.
I am very impressed by how Shao is looking.
His kick attacks are just,
genuinely.
He uses Zax, or he's just huge big boots.
Just like standing big boot. And like a lot of people, I enjoy the two-player animation strings.
No, like, given the fact that neither Tyler or Stephanie said anything about their health, I'm going to assume that it's not accurate. I think if he had less health than normal, I imagine it would have been brought up. And it like, to me, like, aesthetically and design-wise, I don't know if it would make sense for Shao to have less. So it's probably not accurate. It says 950. I know it says 950, but they always say that, like, you know, don't take everything you see to gospel because it's all pre-release. Yeah, I mean, he'll have taunt. He'll have his I imagine his default universal taunt will be the Shao Kahn, like, insults and stuff. I mean, if he does have less health, that'll be a surprise to me.
So he has this overhead. Doesn't combo anything, but hit the throw button afterwards.
So good.
And he also has a low one as well.
So that is a low. So he has just a standing overhead low mix-up. And we've seen what Motaro lets him do off that.
His special move, the one that kind of encapsulates what he is Power Strike. He will just throw the axe on the ground, and there it is. You have about 7-8 seconds just to do stuff without the axe, right? You can also call it back.
That's so interesting.
So,
okay.
Now, when it's on the ground...
I don't think Shao has ever done anything like this before. This is, like, totally new for him.
Nice.
He also... And I get the axe back after, of course, doing the command grab.
So all of his axe moves...
Haven't seen the monster archetype? There's no command grabs? We have seen very few command grabs. I know Geras has one.
And some change some of your other special moves. We'll get to that in a second.
Even his throw changes.
Yes, even his throw. So...
And I think that overhead and low he did before both have, like, a throw at the end of it. But it's not like a standing command grab, I will admit.
Just to show the, Motaro as well. And then with the axe, he just bangs in the face with the axe.
Right.
Other specials he has. So you can huge... That was the meter burn. I got a full screen
was gonna play the It's Official stream sound. Nah, we turn off the sound effects whenever we're doing like analysis or reactions,
Sorry about that.
just to make the YouTube video a bit cleaner.
Some of this.
Pops up. Nice.
Right. He has
Damn.
a buff.
So that
Just
pops
make sure
up
I
as
can
well as his
how much
armored
damage.
launcher.
So meter EX that to get more time on it as well.
And any character that has a buff like this, again, you give them a standing stun cameo. Like, you give Shao Kahn, General Shao, Sub-Zero, Frost, Cyrax cameo. You're probably going to be looking like hit confirm into stun, activate axe buff, and probably get it for free.
You can throw that out a lot of places. Always
Havoc has something that I thought looked like a grab, but a lot of viewers said they disagreed. So I guess we'll
You
see.
get a free power slam after that. So you can do.
So this is armored, right?
There. But if you
Kind of makes me think of the MK3 like up shoulder, except now it's a knee.
right, and you can throw that out a lot of places. Always there. But
That's just a special move
if
end.
you EX the knee, you get a free power slam after that.
So that's his armored move,
Like,
and it launches.
Okay.
and then it's
God,
it's on
that's
the
so
ground.
disgusting.
That's how you rotate throughout the character, right? And now it's on the ground, now it's back to me. So then you can start doing really cool stuff like this into power slam.
So not only is it your kind of reversal
back into
option,
that.
Nice.
it is also like just a go-to
And now you
launcher.
have the axe
That really is
back.
good.
Right.
What was the first MK to have a
When the
full-on
axe is
story
on the
mode?
ground,
MK versus DC was
other
the
cool
first.
things can happen. Power slam. Now I have a ground pound.
Neat.
Now here's the
So I think the ground pound is a low.
you are on the axe.
Yep.
It is an overhead low.
Yeah, so if your opponent is like physically touching the axe when you do this, it goes overhead low, which is very similar to Doomsday and Injustice 1 had Earthshaker, which was the same thing. He kind of did like a ground pound physical like attack, and it was overhead low, very fast. And you'll notice when the ground pound hits when they're not near the axe.
Now here's the interesting on the ground.
Yeah, so when they get hit by this ground pound and they're not near the axe, it's just doing one hit, right? So that's two because they're on the axe. That was one.
Neat.
That was two. You notice it's two hits very fast, which means it will be overhead low, overhead low, overhead low. Like, you're going to have to really, really be quick with that block.
You are on the axe. It is
If you're on the axe, of course. Which I imagine if he has you in the corner, it's very easy to get you on it.
kind of tough. to block.
Probably.
Yeah.
You can also, throw this down. Do this.
That launches?
And that's like a
If
quick
you EX it? Wow.
Yeah, so if you have it down,
Gnarly.
where you can just be near it, and it's very fast. Slash.
Okay.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
So
I actually
a lot of
didn't
really
see
cool
that in the
stuff
first
you
watch.
can do.
And he's clearly meant to be going in and out during the
Yes.
fight, in the middle of combos, getting it back. At the
Man,
end
this
of the
character is
combo.
going to be so fun to play.
Right.
Lots of stuff like that. But if you are
Can you do an ambush cameo? Yep.
The axe, there's a lot of stuff. You
Absolutely
can do.
nothing stopping you
Right,
from doing
so
that.
it's almost like with the axe, you have, kind of really good range.
Is that the axe or the hammer more for Shao Kahn? I mean, I think the hammer fits him the most traditionally, but I'm not hating the axe. It's like I said, he's much more of like, kind of like a berserker style, kind of like
He also, has some picks
like
up out of the
monster
air.
with the axe. You know what I mean?
I mean, the knee into power strike is huge.
Right.
Right.
So one thing I
Also,
will
like,
say is I don't think you'll get the launch from the EX knee always,
He also,
because you'll notice this combo starts off a launcher,
the air.
has some air juggles, ends in that EX version.
that sort of thing.
They do the axe to launch, but because so much gravity has been used, they barely bounce off the floor, and you don't get to follow up. So that's the kind of thing that you start a combo with it, you'll get full gravity. If you end a combo with it, you won't.
The knee into power.
Yeah, Viking kind of
power
berserker
strike
style.
is
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Really important. Make sure I'm not missing anything. I do want to show some stuff with Motaro.
Okay.
Oh my
Motaro
god,
has
the
a couple
Motaro
things.
synergy
Now,
looked
obviously,
disgusting.
I'm a big guy. Projectiles might scare me.
Right.
Motaro teleport
Pull him out.
could actually
walk
lead
behind
to
it,
some of the
throw
most
it
insane
down.
stuff in this game.
That's so
That will
good.
reflect, and I'm walking it down with that.
I love that. That's a.
Yeah, let's
We also
go to
are
that.
With General Shao for a reason.
Here we
Okay.
go. Right, watch this.
Yes.
Can't do a lot of
So that overhead that Tyler's been showing,
Here's something that I've chosen Motaro with General Shao
Yep.
for a reason.
you're about to see. So the overhead Tyler is about to do is a standalone overhead with a grab ender. It's probably unblockable. It's one of those like Raiden. Raiden had the back 1-2 into the grab ender, and there was a few like Shao Kahn even had the same thing. Was it forward 3-4 into grab? in MK11, it's like string or button, and then it's like grab input, and then the string becomes a grab. And if you are blocking it, the grab will hit you. You have to like let go of block, and it's a high, and it goes over your head. It looks like he's got a couple of things that do that, but that overhead, I don't think it's special cancelable or anything. I think it's just individual overhead, and the follow-up is the throw. Watch what Tyler does with it.
Okay.
Remember this move?
Yes.
Can't do a lot out of it.
Right.
He has this teleport, right?
So that Motaro teleport is an ambush move. So at any point, you can just press that input. Motaro will, like, as long as you can control your character, Motaro will appear, grab you, and teleport you to the other side. It's an ambush move. And ambush moves can be done as long as you can have physical control of your character and you're not in blocks or anything, you can do that.
Okay.
Maybe you can read a projectile, maybe not. But you can move around the battlefield quicker as General Shao. But with this overhead, I can teleport and still continue a combo.
That is going to be ridiculous with like so many characters. Because that, you can take any normal that does not normally have a follow-up. If that normal has enough hit stun, Motaro will let you continue from it like that. There are going to be so many individual buttons or strings or even special moves that you can interrupt yourself with Motaro and continue when you're not meant to continue. That, I'm calling it right now, that is going to lead to some absurd combos. Yeah, like Loud Teleport does a similar thing, but imagine if it's like, imagine if you're using like the Kung Lao like windmill punches, right? What if you interrupt your own windmill punches with Motaro? Are you still on enough hit stun that you can then teleport to the other side and do it again? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Kung Lao Teleport does something similar to this. I think Loud Teleport leaves you in like an airborne state that you can do a jump normal from. But this might be faster for all we know. Because like, if it doesn't look like two kameo moves are ever like one-to-one identical. So they might both teleport you, but they might have differences, right? Lao could be slower on startup, but leave you in the air for a jumping attack. This might be faster, but obviously you're on the ground. Like, there will be differences between them. Either way, that's crazy. That is going to be so good.
It's a true combo. So now you have to worry about this.
Because that's a really fast overhead.
Something like this. Like, that's now in play.
Right.
So you can do the full thing too. You can do.
Could Scorpion pull back, do the same? I doubt it.
What a cool example.
The neutral stance with Shao is cold. Dude, Shao is just very intimidating in this game.
Rules and restrictions of your roster.
And I think that's why I love Shao so much, is that he breaks the rules also with the knee into power slam. He's
right.
It's a special into a special, which Johnny can do too. Of course, he breaks that rule at times with his meter, with his height meter. But yeah, there's a lot of cool, fun sort of.
Oh man, what a character though. Shao looks very fun in this game.
Look at your playstyle.
Very fun.
Character and think, what are my weaknesses? What are the things I think I'm missing? And you can use your cameo to turn those weaknesses into strength.
Man.
And for me, it's like if I'm so
God,
far away from
there's going to be so much stuff in this game.
Get me out of dodge, right?